So in last class, we discussed about the approach, right, and the research onion model. So then approach today, we will discuss about the strategy. Strategy means so the different strategy. So under the approach, deductive approach and inductive approach. So there may be a different strategy researchers can choose. The second layer involves resource strategy. After this, the student is expected to devise the strategy of the study. The research engine suggests that the strategies can include action research, experimental research, interviews, surveys, case study research, or systematic literature review. Already we have discussed these things detailedly, but I will tell briefly about the strategy normally action research. The purpose of action research to solve a specific marketing problem while also contributing to internal nature. So then action, that's a issue. Marketer try to find the answers or solution. So then they can initiate an action research. So then action research, the purpose of action research as a strategy to solve a specific marketing problem while also contributing to general knowledge. So they solve the problem as well as and from that findings, then they can add some knowledge for the future purpose as well. Example, a company might implement a new social media marketing strategy, right? So in a limited test market, because then they want to understand about the social media marketing strategies impact. So in a limited test market, they can do that, analyze its effectiveness, and then refine or modify the strategy for the wider usage. So that's why the company plan to implement one social media marketing strategy uh, to the market. But before they go for a large scale, right level, first they try to select certain individuals. So that means a limited reach. They can right initiate that marketing social media marketing strategy, and then they try to analyze its effectiveness on that limited market right area. So this allows them to learn and adapt while solving and immediate marketing challenges they are having that implementing the marketing strategy. So that they can do the action research. The experimental research to already we have discussed about to test cause and effect relations between the marketing variables, right? So the cause and effect relationship. That means one variable can cause on other variable. Due to that cause, there may be some effect on other variable. So say for example, service quality can cause the customer satisfaction. That means the service quality goes and the effect on customer satisfaction. So then a company who wants to understand the impact of different product packaging design on purchase intent. So then they try to experiment about product packaging. So then for that, what they can do, uh, package design, right? So then they can design a package and try to market it. And then they try to find the purchase intent and whether that modified package can make any impact on the purchase intention of the customers. So then they could take, so how they can do, then different way they can experiment. One, they could conduct an A/B test. That means where website visitors are randomly shown two different package design, and their click-through rate for purchasing product is measured, right? Here, they try to create two different packages, and then they try to put in the website. So then they try to see the graphics, the click-through. So where most customers are clicking on the package, right? So the product. This helps, right, to find the effect of the packaging by the behavior. So then they can do some experimental research. So then interviews also they can do that. So then to gain an in-depth insights to consumer motivations, opinions, and experiences, they can do that. So the marketing team conducting interviews with the potential customers of a new fitness tracker they could uncover or explore valuable insight about their workout routines, preferred features, and price how they are price sensitive to the different packages. This helped the team uh, create the product and messaging to better connect with the target audience. So then they can, when they try to do these kind of interviews, they can get deeper insight about the consumer behavior based on their opinions and preferences. And the surveys, on the other hand, uh, the, the surveys also is a large scale to gather data from a large sample of respondents to understand the general trends and preferences, right? So together, data from large sample of respondents to understand general trends and preferences. So example, a clothing retailer might conduct a customer satisfaction survey. A clothing retailer can conduct a customer satisfaction survey to understand the perception of product quality, store atmosphere, and online shopping experience. So this broadens the understanding of customer sentiment where we are individuals differences. Right? So then they can use the survey in this purpose. Large sample, right? So they can go for a large sample, understand the general trends and preference. And case study research also they can use. The case study to analyze a specific marketing campaign to learn from its successful or its success or failure, right? So specific case, then they have to analyze the specific case. That's why here in the marketing research, case study refers when they try to do a specific marketing campaign, cases, issues, they can analyze the case. A marketing agency perform a case study on viral social media campaign, right? Marketing agency might perform a case study on viral social media campaign to understand the key elements that contribute to its engagement and so, for example, when they try to create some viral marketing campaign, then they try to analyze the particular campaign as a case. So, right, what are the factors contribute to the viral also to engage with the customers? Why people are more interested towards the particular the content? These insights can be applied to future campaigns for different players. So, in this case, as a case, they analyze as a viral marketing and understand the factors which help them to use it as a viral marketing campaigns. And based on that idea, in future, they can use these ideas to create another viral marketing content for the different purposes. And another one is systematically created review, right? Systematically created review. So this is to synthesize. Synthesize means connecting, right? Synthesize existing research on a particular marketing topic to identify knowledge gap and influencing the research directions. So then normally the systematic research, what researchers, what they try to do, right, to study the existing research related to the particular marketing topic and detailed research analysis of this existing research can give some sort of idea about the future direction because most of the researchers in the end of the research suggest the topic can explore in the future about some aspects or variables or context. So then based on these analysis from the different research, right, suggestions, so the particular research can identify the future research direction and there may be some gap also existing in the field or the context or the methodology, whatever it is from the existing research. When they are reading the research, they can understand okay, this all research have used some methodology, some context, some variables, some aspects, some theories, and based on that they can identify there may be a gap in the research. Future they can make use of the data, right? Gaps as a research problem and they can initiate. So, example, a researcher might conduct a research review on the effectiveness of influencer marketing in different industries. This helps build upon existing knowledge and identify areas where future research is needed, right? So choosing the most appropriate strategy depends on the specific marketing research questions and type of data you need to answer it directly. Uh, so then now we discuss about the strategy and another one is the choices of methods. So the different methods available in the according to the research only and models like a mono method, mixed method, and multi method. So mono methods like to talk about the uh, single methods like one method, right? So mono method approach employs a single research method for the study. This could be only for qualitative or quantitative usage. Uh, for an example, a company wants to understand customer satisfaction with their latest product, right? A company wants to understand customer satisfaction with their latest product. They decide to conduct a large-scale survey, right? Quantitative measures to gather data. The survey includes Likert scale questions to measure satisfaction levels across various attributes such as product quality, customer service, and price. The results are statistically analyzed to identify areas for improvement. So when they do this kind of a mono method, the benefit simple and easy for management, cost effective and clear and straightforward results they can get, but on the other hand, there may be some limitation because when they are using the one method, there may be some limited scope and depth in the analysis. And sometimes potential of bias. The chosen method is not appropriate, so there may be a bias. So that's why some researchers use the mixed method. Mixed method in the sense approach combines the qualitative and quantitative research methods to provide a more comprehensive understanding of research problem. So mono methods, they can use a qualitative method alone or quantitative method alone. But here, the mixed method, they can use the both, right? Qualitative and quantitative research. So, for example, a company is launching a new product and wants to understand both the market potential and customer perception, right? Uh, is there any more demand? Whether customers will prefer that. So they want to understand that. That's why they can do that research in the mixed method. They start with a survey, a quantitative to get the interest and identify the key demographic segments identified in the product, right? Whether the youngsters or gender based male or female like that, they can try to identify some key demographic segments interested in the product. So following the survey, they conduct a focus group, qualitative methods. Earlier, the quantitative methods they can use to identify the interest and the key demographic segments. Then after that, right, so then they conducted that and they have some results. And now they can follow the survey. They conduct focus group with the participants from the key segments to explore their perceptions, preferences, and potential concern in more detail. So then here the benefits provides a more comprehensive view by combining numerical data with deeper insights, right? So when they are doing these qualitative and quantitative mixed together, provides a more comprehensive view by combining numerical data with the deeper insights. So balances the strength and weakness of both qualitative and quantitative methods because in when they are doing quantitative methods, there may be some weakness. So then when they are doing a qualitative research, they can balance their weaknesses. On the same thing for the qualitative also. When they are doing the qualitative, sometimes there may be some bias. So to balance that, they can do the quantitative. So then enhance the validity of the research finding also when they are using these both methods, they can increase the validity. But drawbacks more complex and time consuming because separately they want to do the quantitative research and then they want to do the qualitative research. So that's why it is time consuming and requires expertise in both qualitative and quantitative analysis because some are expert in the quantitative analysis, some are expert in qualitative analysis, and then when they are using the mixed methods, and then they want the different experts to do that and more costly as well. So like that, the multi-methods, another one. So then you can think about what's the difference between the mixed method and multi-method. Multi-method approach involves using multiple methods within the same study, but typically within the same qualitative or quantitative paradigm, they can use it. It employs a variety of techniques to gather data, providing a rich set of information. Examples in marketing, a company wants to develop a new advertising campaign and needs a deep understanding of the customer behavior. What they can do, conduct in-depth interviews, they can do. It's a qualitative, right? With a diverse group of consumers to understand their values and attitudes, so then they can do a deeper interview. Then run ethnographic studies. That means they like to observe, where researchers observe consumers in their natural environment to see how they interact with the products. So then again, they can do the analyze social media trends also. So then they can do it in the quantitative, right? To track what consumers are currently discussing and how they react to the different marketing messages. Now you see the different methods, approaches they are using. So then it is giving a more comprehensive understanding about the particular nature of the issue, and the benefits provides a richer, more right understanding of the research problem and allows cross-validation of data from different sources and flexibility to explore various aspects of the research questions. And drawbacks, as we discussed earlier, is highly complex and resource intensive because for the different research they want different resources and may lead to data overload, making analysis difficult, require careful coordination, expertise in multiple methods, and costly, right? So then these are the things available. So then researcher can decide which one they can use for that. And time correction. So then this is another aspect of the research. It refers to the time frame of the research in generally observed or observations can two types based on the time version. Normally the cross-sectional and longitudinal. Cross-sectional data normally, the one time. So one time, that means particular issue, they can do that. So cross-sectional data involves observation collected at a single point. Single point. These types of data captures a snapshot of specific moment. They try to gather the data to understand about the specific moment or situations, providing a comprehensive overview of the variables of interest at the particular time point only, right? So example, imagine a company wants to understand customer satisfaction with the new product, right? The company wants to understand customer satisfaction with the new product. They conducted a survey in July 2024. So asking customers to rate their satisfaction. The data collected represent the customer opinion at the specific point in time, right? Only July 2024. In they are going to do the research in December 2024, their satisfaction level may vary because different factors can contribute at that time. So now you can clearly understand the cross-sectional data. Most of the researchers are doing in the cross-sectional data because they are collecting the data in a particular point of time and try to interpret it. But actually, uh, that findings only representing the particular point of time. But later it may not appropriate. That's the issue, right? So then marketing. So product launch feedbacks. After launching a new product, a company may conduct a cross-sectional survey to understand the initial customer reactions and identify any immediate issues. So like that market segmentation also, a cross-sectional study can help identify a distinct or unique customer segment based on the current preferences and behaviors engage in target marketing strategies. And competitive analysis also they can do that by analyzing a cross-sectional data. A company can compare its performance with the competitors at a specific moment, helping to identify strengths and weaknesses, right? So then longitudinal data on the other hand. So it's a longitudinal involves a repeated observation for the long period of time. Several same variable over a period of time, again and again, they can do the research for the same aspect. As I said, what they can do in June and July, August, September, like that. Every month they can do same variables. Say, for example, a retailer tracks the purchasing behavior of a customer, right, over 5 years, right? How they are purchasing, how their behaviors are changing. They observe how often these customers shop, what they buy, and how their preference change over time. So, marketing applications, customer loyalty program. So, by collecting longitudinal data on customer purchases and engagement with the loyalty programs, a company can measure the long-term impact of these programs on customer retention and value. And brand perception also, on the other hand, the company might conduct annual surveys, right, over several years to understand how public perception of their brand evolves or emerge, allowing them to adjust their marketing strategies based on that. Another application we can see product life cycle analysis, right? Longitudinal data can help track a product's performance from the launch to maturity and decline, providing a valuable insight for product management and future development. So when the product introduced, they try to see what are the factors about the introduction stage of the product. Then when the product goes in the market, it's growing in the market, then they try to understand what are the factors contributing. Then it reaches the maturity stage, then what are the factors? Then it goes to the, again, goes down to the declining stage. Then they try to understand what are the factors contribute to the declining. So then these analysis can help them to refine the product in future, considering these factors. So when we compare the cross-sectional and longitudinal data, so cross-sectional provides a broad overview at a specific time, useful for immediate decision-making and short-term strategies. And longitudinal offers a deep insight into trends and patterns over time, supporting long-term planning and strategy development. So time and cost, when we consider definitely for a cross-sectional compared to the longitudinal is less expensive, right? Generally, cross-sectional studies are less expensive and quicker to conduct, suitable for a situation where rapid feedback is needed. Immediately, if they want to get some results or findings or feedback, then they can go for a cross-sectional. On the other hand, for the longitudinal, more costly and time-consuming. So, but provides a richer data that can explore the causal relationship long-term effect. So these are some comparison, right? So now you can understand the aspects of the research and data collection and analysis. So this is the point of this the research onion consists of the techniques and procedures used. It used to clearly explain the ways and the purpose of the research conducted at this stage, right? So there are different things there are primary and secondary data. They can use primary data, originally and collected first and for the specific approach. Secondary data is information that has already been collected and published, and they can use for the research. And qualitative and quantitative data that also already we discussed. Qualitative data is non-numerical and focus on understanding the reasons and motivation behind consumer behavior. And quantitative data, on the other hand, is numerical and can be measured and analyzed statistically. It is often collected through the structured surveys, experiments, secondary data, and combining techniques for comprehensive insights. More effective marketing research combines both the primary and secondary data as well as the qualitative and quantitative data to provide a comprehensive understanding of the market. So data collection technique, survey and questionnaire used for gathering the large amount of quantitative data they can use, right? So for example, an electronic company surveys customer about their satisfaction with the recent purchases, interviews. So ideal for collecting in-depth qualitative insights. Example, a car manufacturer conducts interviews with the electric vehicle owners to understand their experiences and expectations. Focus groups gather qualitative data through group discussion. Observations involve watching consumer behavior in natural setting. The experiment used a test a hypothesis in controlled environment. Then the analysis. When we talk about analysis part now, statistical analysis for analyzing quantitative data to identify trends, correlations, and patterns, and thematic analysis for analyzing qualitative data to identify common themes and insights. Content analysis for examining the text or media content to identify patterns and meaning. And SWOT analysis to assess the strength, weakness, and opportunities. So then these are the things under the data collection analysis. So that's all, and we can stop here.